Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of elasticities. I know a lot of students are really struggling with these kind of questions when they come up. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to go through just the general idea on externalities, show you the graph, the most important thing, and then we're actually going to go through some practice questions because I can tell you the general idea, but until you see the question, you're just going to be confused. So, um, basically, how it starts is you just have a supply and demand. So, we have our market that we are currently having. So, the idea is that you have, for instance, the car market. Okay, so you have a demand curve and a supply curve. So, you demand things. Why? Okay. Why do you buy anything? Why do you buy food? Why do you buy a house? Why do you do anything? Because you have a benefit. So your demand curve is your marginal private benefit. So MPB is your marginal private benefit. So what about the supply? Well, the supply is what it costs to make something, right? The supply curve, if you remember, is adding all of the marginal cost from the different firms. So the supply curve is the MPC, and the MPC is the marginal private cost. Okay, but an externality. So basically, this is the market. Nothing special, right? We just have the price and the quantity. Okay, so this is what the market does. We've known this all year. We know what it looks like. This is equilibrium. Okay, this is what the market equilibrium is. However, when you are consuming something or producing something, we could cause what is an externality. And an externality is, in a way, externality is an extra cost or benefit that is external to the consumption or production. And what we're meaning by that, the external part, is basically you consuming, there is something else going on outside of you. Okay, so by you driving a car, you're having the cost of driving the car plus something else. You could be driving the car and you could have some sort of extra benefit that you didn't even know about. Okay. So what we call these um, basically the benefits and the costs that you don't even know about, right? Is a spillover benefit and a spillover cost. Now, the way I like to think about these is that you are basically consuming something, and what are you trying to do? You're trying to maximize your utility, right? So max utility. So here is your water, okay? And the idea here is that whenever you are consuming water, you're maximizing your utility, okay? However, because you are consuming or producing something, such as water, you are causing an externality. And this externality is causing an extra benefit or an extra cost. So the water starts spilling over. Okay, because you're having, so here's your container full of water, and then there's more water coming out of the top. The water that's coming out of the top is spilling over, and there could be spilling over costs or benefits. We don't know. Okay, but that's what's happening. And these spillover costs or benefits are externalities. Okay, so the issue with these externalities is that the market doesn't know, or either they don't know about them, or they're not producing enough, or they're producing too much. So that's where there's inefficiencies. Okay, so externalities cause inefficiencies. And what we mean by the inefficiencies is that, well, let me write this a little bit clearer. Inefficiencies. What we mean by the inefficiencies is that you are either overproducing or underproducing. And I'll show you what that means in a second. So, a positive externality. Okay, so positive externality is, remember, it's the you consuming something and then there is a spillover benefit. Positive externality. Right? So this is a benefit to society. So how this works is that you are consuming. So your marginal private benefit. Okay, so you are consuming. And then by you consuming something, for instance, what if you planted a very nice garden in your front yard? Okay, so you planted it, you like it. You like having a garden in your yard. So you are consuming. That's your private benefit is your garden. Okay. Now here's the deal. Do other people like looking at your garden? Like your neighbors or maybe your society? They like looking at your garden. Are they benefiting from your garden? Yes. It could make them happy by looking at it. So this would be what is called your marginal external benefits. So this is the marginal external benefits. And what we mean by marginal external benefits is the benefits that are external, right, outside of you. So when we add you and everybody outside of you, guess who that is? That is your society. So when you add your marginal private benefits and the marginal external benefits, this adds up to your MSB, which is your marginal social benefit. Okay, so what does this look like on the graph? Well, we already know that it is a market, so price and quantity. You're going to have your marginal private benefits and your marginal private costs. Now, because it's a positive externality, we will be having marginal external benefits. Okay, the positive externality. Because you planted the garden, you are having this external benefit to your neighbors. So we will be shifting. You will have more benefit. So you're going to be adding to the marginal private benefit, and this creates the marginal social benefit. Okay? So what we mean by the marginal social benefit is that um, This is the market, okay? And so your market is currently doing this price in this quantity. Um, and then your society, because you're doing this garden or doing, let's say, vaccines, your society is benefiting more than the market is. The society is actually having a higher benefit than your private costs. So right now, your marginal social benefit is more than your marginal private benefit. Okay. Now, did we mention anything about cost? Right. So no. So your cost stays the same. So that would mean that your marginal social cost doesn't that is the same as your private cost. Okay? So this means that this point right here, your MSC, MSB, that is your social optimal, PS, QS. Okay, so MP, remember MB, MC, this is your optimal choice. Guess what the optimal choice is for society? MSB, MSC. Okay, so what is the market doing and what does the society want? Well, currently society is having a higher quantity. QS is more than QM. So right now we are under allocating. So what does this mean? You want to produce more. Okay. So the thing is that the market has equilibrium here, but society wants more quantity. So then what do we need to do? Well, the government sees that society would be better at a higher quantity. But the market is like, well, we can't afford to do more quantity. So what does the government do? The government gives a subsidy. The government gives a per unit subsidy. And the per unit subsidy is going to be equal to the external benefit, that extra benefit to society. That is the per unit subsidy. Okay. So when the government does this, they are going to be giving a subsidy to where you can now be at the social quantity. Okay? So that would mean that your subsidy would be equal to your MEB, your marginal external benefits. Sorry, external benefits. Okay, so I'm going to cut it off here. So you will watch the negative externalities in the next video, and then we'll do the practice questions next. I want to give you a little break in between here. So, but if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to help you out here. Um, but that's the basic idea behind externalities. Okay? Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you for the next one on negative externalities. Okay, bye.